The picture you see in front of you is a picture of Gavin Long. He's the retired veteran from the Marines that killed the police officers in Baton Rouge this morning. Now, Fox has been on this all day long, along with CNN and MSNBC. And the more I watched it, especially Fox, but CNN and MSNBC as well, the more I got ticked off. Now, let me just state for the record that what this guy did was wrong, and I think that the guy had some mental issues. And I thought the Dallas shooter also had some mental issues, but you never would hear that from any of the mainstream media reporting channels, especially Fox. Now, I got ticked off at Fox, as well as the other two networks, and let me tell you why. All morning long, they were reporting multiple shooters that were involved here. And that reminded me of the Dallas shootings, where all day long they were putting out misinformation, claiming that there were multiple shooters and that the shooters had triangulated the police, etc., etc., etc. Well, hell, they did the same thing here with Mr. Long. They claimed that they were looking for at least 2, if not 3 shooters. And then finally at 3 o'clock this afternoon, they finally admitted that it was only the one shooter. But they still claim they're looking for any kind of accomplices, etc., which they're not going to find. Okay. The other thing that Fox kept pushing was that this guy had to be part of either Black Lives Matter or the new Black Panther Party or some other black supremacist group. Well, and MSNBC did the same thing. And I'm starting to have more and more issues with MSNBC, because just like Fox, they are starting to push out dangerous narratives. Anytime something occurs that has to do with black people, Fox automatically is jumping to Black Lives Matter and their rhetoric, and how they are promoting killing or doing harm to police. And that could not be further from the truth. Now, just as in the case of the Dallas shooter, who told them specifically that he was not a member of any group, he was doing all of the things that he did on his own, Mr. Long left a video that said the same exact thing, that he was not affiliated or associated with any group. But that didn't stop Fox from claiming first that he had some affiliation with the Black Lives Matter movement. Then they jumped to the new Black Panther Party. And they finally jumped to the another group. I believe it wasn't the Oath Keepers. It was a different group that they claim is a black supremacist group. And finally, when the full and complete information got released, and they had gone on his social media page, and he had made a video claiming that he was not affiliated with anybody, that they finally had to drop that. So my point is this. These guys need to stop this bullshit. They need to stop jumping to conclusions or even putting out their theories on people's association and affiliation, because really what they are doing is they're trying to damn the Black Lives Matter movement by association when there actually isn't any. Now, as far as the new Black Panther Party is concerned, same situation. They have not come up with one single instance of a new Black Panther representative or member of that group murdering anybody, or or even assaulting any police officers. They don't have a single instance of a member of the Black Lives Matter group, and I mean a member. I'm not talking about some kid someplace, throwing a rock or dropping a rock or throwing a water bottle. I'm talking about people who are legitimately part of the actual movement itself. They do not advocate violence. So these networks need to stop promoting the narrative, and especially Fox, because they were pulling up all of these quote-unquote former New York City police detectives on Fox all day long, and the first words out of their mouth was, it's Black Lives Matter's fault. And that couldn't be further from the truth. So you need to watch what these guys are saying and doing, and then give it a little bit of time for the real complete information to come out. Now, these gentlemen were able to do what they did for one reason. Both of these guys had military training. They were taught to shoot. And apparently they took those lessons to heart. Now, I got one major question. They've released the 911 call where someone said that a guy was walking around with a rifle. Not that he was pointing at anybody or firing it or anything else. The call said he was walking around with a rifle. Okay, with all the things that are going on in Baton Rouge, obviously the police took it seriously. They apparently swarmed to his location. And when he saw them, something happened. Now, we're going to need the dash cam footage from the various police cars to see exactly what did happen. Because if he wasn't brandishing or firing his weapon and the cops rolled up on him, I want to know who took the first shots. Because if they fired at him first and he returned fire, in my mind, that's self-defense. Now, if he fired first and they returned fire, obviously the narrative is, as they are trying to quote it, that he, obviously was trying to kill police. Now, you can't really make this a black and white thing, for the simple reason that one of the police officers that he killed was black. So that throws that narrative out the window. So now this just becomes a citizen on a police officer situation. Now again, let me state, as far as firing on the cops or doing whatever, against the police, I'm not with that. But I am with self-defense. So I'm going to wait for all the facts to come out, but I absolutely want to see all the dash cam or body cam footage of what went down here before I say that this guy basically was attacking the police, even though that is going to end up as the ultimate result here. But they are jumping into this guy's life, and again, he's a decorated former Marine. He's divorced. He was in Dallas, but he was in Dallas taking pictures and videos, I guess, and doing commentary, whatever. Originally from Kansas City, Missouri, through Dallas and into Baton Rouge, and on his birthday, all of this went down. So I don't know whether this guy basically wanted to become a suicide by cop or whatever, but all the facts just aren't here, and I want to see them all before I arrive at a judgment on this situation.